for our August Fireside chat. We appreciate those that are on the line that have called in, and of course we are recording this broadcast, and we'll have it available on our YouTube channel shortly after the completion of today's Fireside chat. Again, I'll just remind everybody of phone etiquette regarding phone conferences. If you would please mute your line so that those that are on the line can hear the broadcast easily without interruption, and then certainly those that are listening to this broadcast later via YouTube will be able to hear as well. So thank you very much for the courtesy in that regard. Today we're going to have a new staff member introduction, although I don't think she's new to many of you, but we want to try to do that at these Fireside chats pretty regularly. We'll get some program updates from Christine and Mike, and some property updates from Lisa, as well as some of the excitement that's starting to build around the Jubilee for 2016. We'll of course get a popcorn update from Erin, maybe some other development pieces of that as well. And Nick Bowden's going to talk a little bit about membership, since we are now officially back in school. Commissioner Corner is going to be Steve Lanni. He's joining us today and has a couple of topics he wants to share and remind folks about as we progress through the fall and towards December, which amazingly is right around the corner. Show and Tell with Sheila, ever so popular. She'll be joining us by the end of the Fireside chat, and then I'll wrap things up. Let me go ahead and invite to join us. Michelle, are you on the line? Did you call? Oh, Michelle's right here. Okay, Michelle just joined us. So Michelle is going to introduce one of our district executives, again, well known to many of you, but Michelle, take it away.
Thank you. Well, in January, we hired Dacey to be our Lewis and Clark district executive, and I have the privilege of kind of overseeing most of the metro area now, including Soaring Eagle, Lewis and Clark, Outreach, and the Exploring team. So Kara's brought a lot of great strengths, a volunteer to so many of our Cub camping programs over the years, and also involved kind of with quite a few national area camps. So I'd like to introduce Kara and kind of let her talk a little bit about her experience and some of the things she's working on right now.
Hi, I'm Kara, the Lewis and Clark District Executive. Like Michelle said, I've been around quite a bit. See me at the climbing tower a lot, probably at Cedars, and now at Little Sioux, and just helping out with a variety of those things. And I'm really excited now to be working with an awesome district as Lewis and Clark, and just helping out with different program elements there and everything, and jumping into fall recruitment. So a lot of good points. And when you hear Nick talk, please definitely, if you haven't seen any of those promo materials, let me know. I would love to get them out to you.
Great.
Thanks,
welcome,
guys.
Kara. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, Mike Ivana, walk us through some unparalleled experiences.
I will do my best here, Eric. Well, as Eric said, we've got a lot of updates here as far as activities in our program world. We are back to school, and of course that means back to business as usual for monthly activities for scouting. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown of things coming up here in September and October that you just don't want to miss for your Cub Scouts specifically, and then a couple Boy Scout ones as well. First of all, this past Saturday we had a fishing derby, the first of its kind of out at Little Sioux Scout Ranch. It was a great time. We caught over 50 fish, had some pretty big bass on the line, and some kids actually caught their very first fish, as well as some Boy Scouts were able to knock off some requirements for their fishing merit badge. So it was a great time had by all, and pictures just went online onto our Facebook page this morning from that event. We also have another one of those coming up September 19th at Camp Eagle. So if you missed out on Saturdays this past weekend, you can head out to Camp Eagle in September and enjoy the same kind of event. We'll have fishing going from 10 to 2 p.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Lunch will be provided. Even if you don't catch and cook your catch, we will also have burgers and hot dogs and that kind of stuff out there for you. It's just $5 per participant, so a really easy, fun weekend activity for scouts of all ages, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Venturers, and of course, parents can get a line in the water as well. So that information is online. You can register for that right now if you want. Also in September 26th, we've got our annual Cabela's Adventure Day out at Chalco Hills. This is just a big annual event for our Cub Scouts. They have a blast going out there for Chalco, a single day Saturday event that usually promises to have some pretty exciting activities, things that you can expect out of regular camps, but also some great advancement opportunities as well that Scouts can really get a jump on that next rank here as they move into the fall. It will also be your last opportunity to participate in a Take Flight themed Cub Scout camp. This will really mark the end of our 2015 camp season, and then everything following that will be adopting our 2016 camp theme, which I'll talk about in a second. So September 26th, Cabela's Adventure Day out at Chalco. You can register for that online as well. You'll find it on the council calendar. Right on the heels of that will be October 2nd through the 4th. This is a big Boy Scout event, and that is our Top Shot. This is the 3rd year of the Top Shot competition out at Little Sioux Scout Ranch. And we have just over 100 slots for competitors from the Boy Scout and venturing side of the world. Competitions are covering all sorts of different shooting sports, and a lot of them are kept a little bit secret here so that Scouts don't necessarily know what to expect when they get to the ranges. But you can expect everything from archery to .22 to shotgun to, as I said, maybe some unexpected shooting sports that you'll compete in as well. The competitor slots are for Boy Scouts and venturers, but then we also have Cub Scout shooting out there that'll just be a fun shoot for any Cub Scouts that want to go out there. All the information, again, this is going to be a broken record, but all of it is available online. You go to our council calendar, find October 2nd through the 4th, and you can register right there for this really exciting competition with trophies that are taller than some of our Cub Scouts. So definitely want to look into that as an activity coming up early October. October also has a couple other really exciting things toward the end of the month. We have our Haunted Weekend, which is a Cub family weekend, October 24th through 25th, also at Little Sioux. And that'll really be a great way to introduce some of our brand new Cub Scouts to what camping is all about. You can do an overnight there, come out Saturday, participate in activities, overnight that night, and leave Sunday afternoon. Basically, you have to show up with a tent and a change of clothes, and we'll provide everything else. Not only will we have all the kinds of things that you would expect out of camp, like hiking and climbing and shooting and fishing, but we'll also have some kind of seasonal activities focused on that haunted weekend concept, so a lot of spooky things going on out at Little Sioux. This will also mark the official kickoff of the 2016 Cub Camp Resident Camp theme, which is CSI. That's Cub Scout Investigators. And what that's going to mean for our Cub family weekend and this haunted weekend specifically is that we're going to be pulling out a few tricks kind of a la Scooby-Doo. So think of the Mystery Machine and some haunted mysteries going on out at Little Sioux. More information to come as we roll out this stuff, but that's available online as well. And then October 31st, everybody's favorite holiday, Halloween. We will have a special Halloween party right here at the Durham Scout Center. Come out and show off that costume of yours before hitting the streets for trick-or-treating. That Halloween party, our annual Monster Bash, will run from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And it's real fun activities, just $5 per youth. Come out and enjoy games and of course, plenty of treats and maybe a few tricks as well. So all that information coming out online. Finally, I just want to, first of all, you guys should have seen all of these, which I brought for visual aids and then forgot about them. But all of these events that I've talked about also came out in paper form at your August program kickoff in your districts. You also probably saw one of these come through, and that is our official promotional item for our 2016 Cub Scout camp season. As I said, CSI, Cub Scout Investigators. This has all of the information that you need to plan your summer activities, starting with Cub Scout Cub Family Weekends in May, as well as our June and July sessions for Cub Scout Resident Camp weekends. So take a look at the information provided there. Online reservations are already open. You can go online and reserve your spot right now for $50. You can solidify your specific session online for your Cub Camp. And I'll be rolling out more information around that over the next few months. But this week, our Leader's Guide will go live as well. So look for that online. I'm now going to turn it over to Christine for some updates on the Boy Scout side of things. Christine?
Hello, everybody. As Mike was saying, there's promotional material for both Cub Scout, and we also have our 2016 Camp Cedars promotional material. All of these materials you should have received in your August program kickoff. Here's our High Adventure brochure, and this will explain all 4 national high adventure bases, and there's also some information as far as TSHAB here locally. This brochure, as far as our weekend camping, to use our facilities not just throughout the summertime, but throughout the rest of the year for your troop, for your pack, for outside groups, anybody and everybody. We can use all the facilities throughout the whole year. And then it's not too early to apply for camp staff, so we have this brochure as well as far as information from our camp staff members this last year and what they enjoyed about their summer. A few things as far as Cedars. The 2016 leader guide is available already online, so you can definitely check that out and see how you guys as leaders can start to prepare for next summer. We do have a promotional video. It's kind of a recap from this last summer, and then also getting excited for 2016 that you can find on our Camp Cedars Facebook page. And that's an opportunity where you guys can use it for promoting Cedars at your unit level, get some other scouts that are new into your troop, get them excited about getting out to camp. So use that video however you guys see fit. One thing we're focused on programmatically is our older boy program. Operation Eagle, which hopefully you guys have heard that term before, that is our older boy program that we're starting for next summer. So there's a little bit of detail in our promotional material as far as scouts tubing down the Platte River, mountain biking, and backpacking over to Camp Eagle and having an outpost out there. So stay tuned this next fall season as we get more details about what that program is actually going to offer.
Christine, going to interrupt real quick. This is Eric for those on the line. Regarding Operation Eagle, I know you've got some pretty specific deadlines that you'll have the entire program laid out and put together. What are those deadlines? When will you have that final information available for distribution?
Yeah, definitely November 1st is when the program guide will be available. That'll be as far as our schedule for what will be offered, all of the merit badges being offered, all the details with Operation Eagle. So November 1st, that is going to be our clear deadline for that information being available for you guys as troops. Later in the spring, March 1st, that's where you're going to get the program guide, to where that's going to be all of the prerequisites for the merit badges and what exactly do scouts need to complete prior to coming to camp.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. So as far as high adventure contingents, 2016 is just around the corner as we're already preparing for 2 crews to get out to Philmont Scout Ranch down in New Mexico. We do have spots available, so about 9 spots available for that Philmont contingent. Feel free to sign up online, as you'll see it on the council calendar there, June 2016.
So if we have 9 spots available, how many spots do we have to fill?
We have 15 spots.
Great.
So we already have 15 candidates already getting out to Philmont in next June.
Awesome.
So I'm going to pass it over to Lisa for properties.
Thanks, Christine.
Great, thanks. All right, I get to talk about properties, which I love. If you've been out to camp, you've already seen that we have 3 buildings that have been completed, 3 of our shower restroom facilities, and they were very highly reviewed this summer in evaluations. People are very happy to have those. We do have 1 more building to go. It's the one that will be up near the equestrian and the stores tower. We are looking into that for pricing. We might be scheduling that building to actually go out to bid in January and be built, start groundbreaking in the spring and through next summer. So we'll keep you updated on that as we know more details. We just did, the properties committee and our NCAP folks just did the review of Camp Cedars last weekend for the to evaluate the camp for our post-camp inspection. We are looking forward to getting that list, and that'll give us our list for the off-season work that needs to be done on our properties. We always get a great list from them of things that need to be upgraded or fixed or looked at. So we're looking for that. Little Sioux Scout Ranch, as we've talked about before, we have a new shower restroom facility that is breaking ground. If you were out there this past weekend, you saw some stakes in the ground, getting ready to break ground on that building in the next couple of weeks. With that project that's being built by Leader Construction through a great partnership, we're actually going to have the opportunity to do a little bit more work on our admin septic facilities. Very glamorous, but one of the parts of the Properties Committee that is very much necessary, but not very glamorous. You know, we also up at Little Sioux have this ongoing challenge. We know those of you Cub parents who were up there this summer, and anybody who's up at Little Sioux, you want internet and you want phone access while you're on the property. It's just a little bit of an odd location, and we're working on it to find the most economical but yet most reliable way to get you that service. And we want to make sure when we make that decision, it's the best for the long term. So you'll see on these fireside chats more updates on how we're doing with that. All right. And moving on to Jubilee is my next assignment.
Yay!
Well, yay, Jubilee. Very exciting. We're going to throw a great big party. If you were at the last party, I love it that people at roundtables this year were talking about, at program kickoffs at roundtables, about Jubilee. Usually when we do Jubilee every 4 years, some memories are short. Some people weren't at it. They just joined. They don't even know what we're talking about. But what's great about doing it every 2 years is now people actually know what we're talking about. So it had a great buzz, people walking up to the table, getting brochures and asking questions about Jubilee, and that it's already coming up, and you can put it on your calendar and you can start planning as a district, as a pack or a troop to be there. So October 14th through the 16th, 2016, the council staff assignments have been selected. We have our leadership team of staff assignments, but also volunteers have already been recruited for the leadership team for Jubilee. We're very excited about that with some seasoned volunteers. And next, we're coming for you. So now the deal is that the staff will be out roaming the woods and the city streets to find the best folks to help on this committee. And it's a blast. It's a fun committee to be on. It's a finite committee, as in on October 17th of 2017, you're done with this job unless you want to sign up for 2019 or 2018. So they're looking for you for jobs like accommodations, facilities, program, entertainment, and admin. So if those are things that you love and you love to keep organized, or if you're a crazy program person, or if you like to be out and you're one of those people who knows local bands and knows some great entertainment to fill that stage, we are looking for you. So when you get the call, answer the call, and come and join us on the Jubilee 2016 committee as they rev up to get us ready for next year. And that's it for me.
So up next.
Oh, sorry. Is Erin Glidden?
Yep. Popcorn.
Yay, popcorn.
Yay, popcorn. Popcorn is right around the corner. We have finished all 11 of our district trainings. So thanks to everybody who came out and attended. If you were unable to attend one and you still need to get your unit trained to earn that 2% bonus commission, just talk to your district executive or myself, and we will come and do a training specifically for you to make sure you know what's going on and can get ready for your unit kickoffs. A few other updates with popcorn. We have our Vala's Pumpkin Patch kickoff coming for those in the metro area. It will be the day before the sale starts. So it's September 25th at Vala's. It's been in the Kernel Journals as well as it's online. So if you need updates or more information, look there for those. And then for Metro, we are offering our home deliveries again this year. So if you don't want to sit at the dock and wait for your popcorn to be loaded into your car, you can have it dropped off specifically to your house. There are only 40 slots available as of this morning. 13 were already called for. So if you are interested in that, make sure you get onto the website and get signed up. If you are looking for more marketing materials, we do have some of these banners. Try to get this all in the frame. So if you need any of these, let me know. I have some on hand that I can loan to your units for marketing purposes. Just some other important dates to keep in mind. The pre-order for those that are getting the product on hand ahead of time will be here the week of September 17th. Each district has their specific day on when they will be doing their distribution. Typically, it's either the Thursday, Friday, or Saturday of the week. Those dates are online. And then sales begin September 27th, or sorry, Saturday, September 26th. Please do not go out selling early. If we find out about it, there will be repercussions. We just want to make sure we're all on the scout line and we are doing what we are supposed to be doing and giving everybody the exact same fair chance. Some popcorn ball celebrations, just to give updates.
The Creighton one, we will be working with the basketball team again this year to hold a game. We are trying to get all the dates locked down. I'm just waiting for TV times to figure out exactly which date will work best for us, as well with Creighton. And then for the Sioux City event, we're switching things up this year. We've gotten too big, which is a good problem to have, and we are no longer able to fit everybody on that rock wall at the Musketeers game. So now we are going to be switching things up and doing an event with the men's and women's basketball team for Morningside College, which the women's basketball team was actually the NAIA champs this last year. So very good basketball teams, and this way the two events will be very, very similar, and we'll have a nice lunch and ceremony before the game. For the Nebraska Experience, for our $1,500 sellers, it will be a spring baseball game with UNL. And then one highlight that Christine had talked about was with those going to the Philmont contingent. If we have anybody going on the council contingents for the Philmont troop this year, they are, if they sell with that contingent, the council one, they will get the 50% commission, similar to what you would do for a Jamboree unit. So if you're on the fence, if you want to get those 13 other spots that are still available, hopefully that bonus popcorn commission will help you get over the hump and sign up for that event. And the only other thing I have for the development team is we're working right now on getting all of our camp card vendors secured. So if you happen to know of anybody that might be interested in being in the card, let me know. But we're working on getting all of our returning vendors on the card, but plus some new ones that people have given us some ideas to go after. And
just briefly describe for everybody again, because we may have some new watcher listeners, our program in 30 seconds.
Yep. So the camp card program, it's a way to get kids to pay their own way to camp. It's a $5 card, 50% commission goes back to the unit, and then there are incentive levels. If a boy sells so many cards, then they get free camp plus to keep the commission for the unit. So
there you go.
It's a very good program. So we have popcorn in the fall, camp cards in the spring. And then Nick will kind of talk about program next.
Membership.
Or
Good.
Whatever, membership.
Thanks.
Membership program, same.
Nick Bowden.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. So I would like to highlight a few quick items here in the membership campaign that we all need to be familiar with, but we're already into it. As Eric said, school started already, and we are deep into the membership campaign for 2015. So we appreciate all your effort to help recruit new families into scouting. But the three things I'd like to highlight is one is our Recruit a Friend campaign. As you probably realize that Scouts, this will help with your boys having fun with the program. If they get their friends involved, it helps with the retention and helps them have more fun. So we do have our Launch into Scout ticket, which kind of looks like this. These are a tear-off ticket, which your boys can do before the meeting, where they can invite their friends out, have them basically take it to their friend. And when the kid gets to the meeting, it's kind of one of those nice fancy little tear-offs like a movie ticket, and kind of their admit one to the rocket launch. So please be looking for that. If you need copies of those, please see your district executive. They should have been in your membership packets as well. One of the other things that we do have, which is a great resource, is many of you have attended your school night for scouting, your open house or back to school night. This is a sheet that you might have seen. It's an interest form. This interest form helps us drive a process to help deliver those kids to your program and everything. And so what you'll see is once they get that in, we have a nice little fancy postcard that looks like this that will go to all those families, thanking them for stopping by your display and to encourage them to come out to the sign-up night. So this is a really nice touch point. It's one of those hard pieces of mail. It doesn't get lost to the email clutter and everything like that, so that can go out to any of your families. If you have any questions you'd like to see some copies of those, please contact your district executive as well. They have access to those too. And lastly is our entry point into scouting is our first grade program in the Tiger Cubs. We have a great Tiger Cub packet that looks like this. Launch into scouting, as you can see, it has the month and also the date at the 6:30 at their elementary school, driving them back to their school. This is important because it's a familiar place. And in this packet, this can be used for first grade boys, or it can also be used in a school that you might have maybe need more access to be able to get to those families just to help grow your pack that you might be struggling in. We have in this packet, there's a nice handy flyer. It'll have the date, time, and location. The one's geared more towards the boys, so this blue one. It also has one of our Boys Life mini magazines, and then also it has a pencil too. So kind of a nice little welcome packet to scouting. with all that contact information. Again, all these resources are available through your district executives or your membership chairman for your district. Please seek them out, and we can get those resources out to you as quickly as possible. Thanks.
Great, thanks, Nick. A lot of activity going on right now. It's the time of year for joining, so thanks very much. Up next, Steve Lanni, our council commissioner. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you. How is everybody out there today? Wonderful, wonderful. Hey, we got something exciting coming up in about 2 weeks. September 12th, mark your calendars for Leadership Summit. If you are a committee member for a district or for the council, this meeting's for you. We're going to be, we have a general session that's going to start at 9 a.m. On September 12th here at the Durham Scout Center. And we're going to have some special breakout sessions that'll pertain to district chairs, district commissioners, activity chairs, advancement teams, camping and outdoor programs, and of course training. Lunch will be served at 12 o'clock noon, but you got to make sure you register. So if you are, like I said, on the district committee or council, please come and attend September 12th. Second thing I'd like to talk about, I can't believe it's already getting close to the end of the year, but we got to start thinking about rechartering. And part of the initial rechartering process is in October, the commissioner staff in our units do what we call a unit inventory. The main purpose of a unit inventory is to make sure that the youth that are participating in your unit activities are registered. The one thing we don't want is boys who are not covered under our insurance and participating in these events without being registered as a scout. So what we do in October is we review your unit rosters compared to what is in the system as a roster, and we compare, and we make sure we get all these kids registered. Another part of that is looking at training records. We look at youth protection. We look at leadership training records. And this year, as some of you may know, your commissioners may have contacted you and talked to you a little bit about our unit assessments that we do twice a year. And this year we're going to be doing it in October along with these inventories. And we're going to look to see how all of our units are doing on their journey to excellence criteria, and how are they doing, how can we help, what's going right, and what are some of the weaknesses and some of the things that we need to take care of. So that's coming up in October. You're going to have more information on this coming out soon. The other thing I'd like to mention is this is more for our commissioners, or for those of you who would like to be a unit commissioner. We have a training coming up Saturday, September 19th. And we have a second one coming up in November during University of Scouting. So if you are a commissioner and you have not been trained yet, please come out to one of these two trainings. We started something a little different this year. If you are a registered commissioner and you have taken commissioner basic training in the last 5 years and want a refresher, we're going to let you come in free. If you're a brand new commissioner and this is the first time you're taking training, it is a $10 charge for that, and you will get a handsome commissioner neckerchief and training badge. So come on in, commissioners. Again, the dates are September 19th and November 7th. Let's see, I think up next is Show and Tell with Sheila, our favorite part of the month. Come on in, Sheila.
Greetings. This is my favorite time of the year. I have such a great time watching the young new cubbies come in. Watching their faces when they put on that uniform is unbelievable. Most of them won't leave the store taking it off. So they come in their sports gear and they're leaving in their Boy Scout and Cub Scout uniforms. It's really exciting. And for the first time ever, we have got an incredible promotion. If you buy the full uniform, you get 10% off of your whole purchase. So that means if you need the book, or if there's t-shirts, or if there's any gifts you're thinking of for the wintertime or birthdays, you can all buy them on that same purchase and you get 10% off.
It's a really great deal, and check that out.
All of the new belt loops, adventure loops, and pins are in for the whole new Cubby program. And I just wanted to point out something that is really helpful is there are advancement charts for each level, tiger, wolf, bear, and weeblo. It will help you keep track of the boys as they earn them. And it also has pictures of them to help everyone learn what the new images are on all of the little adventure loops. So it can be really helpful when everyone's trying to learn the new program. We have some other really fun new things. We have a bunch of new magnets for Eagle Scouts and Cub Scouts, so you can always check those out when you're in. This is really special. It's a little tiger cub, little backpack. These are really cute. The kids love them, and they can put all of their little Cubby stuff in there and have it for their meetings. Their books, pens, and everything will be right there.
That's awesome.
This is fun. And this one's fun too. We got them not just for the tigers, but for the big boys. We have all kinds of cool little packs. We have Cub Scout and Boy Scout. And these are really nice because they aren't just the tiny little string cords. They are the heavier, really comfortable ones. So they also work for the adults as well. We have a new craft in that's a kit for 8 where you can make hacky sacks. So this could be kind of a fun fall little event. If you don't have something going on, you can get the kits and make hacky sacks and have a great night. And something, we're seeing a lot of Eagle Scout ceremonies coming up. We're having sometimes 5 and 6 on a weekend. It's really great to see everyone. We've gotten in some new gifts, and this is something that just came in, and it we have a lot of little plaques and things, so be sure and check that out for all of your gift giving needs. There's a couple of other things I just want to point out. In your packets, there was a flyer sent out that shows both Gottschalk Scout Shop and the Sioux City store. It has our hours listed on there and phone numbers. Be sure to contact Sioux City if you're in their area. And if you're in the Omaha area, then come see us. On the back of the sheet is a list of all of the items for their uniform and the pricing, so it'll help people to select what they need to get and point them in the right direction. And remember, Sioux City, they are there to help you. Be sure and go see Christy and her team. They're all set to get you in your uniform and help you with any of the new items that they can help you with. And then look for us coming out at some more of the roundtables and some of your program kickoffs. Either I or Christy will be out seeing you, bringing full uniform road shows with us. We will send out emails so that you can tell families that normally can't come into the shops that we will be there and they can come get their uniforms at that kickoff. Again, have a great fall. We look forward to seeing you, and thanks for coming in.
All right. Thanks, Show and Tell, Sheila. As we begin to wrap up today's Fireside Chat, and before we get to questions, comments, true confessions, and rumors with Eric that I can confirm or deny for you, I wanted to touch on a couple of things. One, I wanted to thank Mark Evans, who's the superintendent of OPS, and all the principals throughout the OPS school district that have really opened their arms to embracing a partnership with Scouting and knowing that Cub Scouting can actually be beneficial to their students in terms of their development and healthy development of our young people through our school system. So a shout out to Mark Evans as well as OPS for their willingness to partner up with Scouting. You're also going to see a Souls for Souls promotion. We're going to run a Souls for Souls program again, and it's a really neat organization with really neat programs. It's very simple to do, and it provides great community service, and it really fits into our promise to parents, which one of the things we promise our parents is that their kids are going to get community service experience, and we want to coordinate that on a wide council-wide basis. So be on the lookout for Souls information that'll be coming very soon within the next week or two for you to engage your pack and troop in that, as well as through your employer. And we make it real simple for you. We know that on average, the average man in the United States has, I believe it's 9 pairs of shoes, and the average woman or female has on average, does anybody remember what that was quoted in the Central Region meetings? Anybody remember? You know, I think it was upwards around 24 pairs of shoes, and they know this through research. So we want some of those shoes, and we'll send you information on Souls for Souls, and so you can understand how the program works. But it's really an outstanding organization, and we're thrilled to be partnered with them again. If you remember, we did that at Jubilee last go around. Also, do me a favor. if you're watching this video or if you're listening on the phone and you know that this exists, this recording of the Fireside Chat, share it with some of the new families. Share it with somebody who may not have seen it before. It's a great way for us to reach out and communicate other than just attending roundtables and flyers on our website. So please, we put a lot of time and effort into trying to make sure that we're communicating and letting you know what's going on. So please share this YouTube link if you would. We just had, a few of us had an opportunity to attend our Top Hands conference in Dallas last week. And as a part of that, we actually had a Chief Scout executive transition. So we have a new Chief Scout executive. His name is Mike Surbaugh. He was out at the national office for about the past year and a half or so. Prior to that, he was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as a Scout executive. And Mike laid out some of the vision things that he has and some of the strategies that he has that he's going to be working with our national board on. And I wanted to share a couple of those with you. One of the things that we want to do organizationally as a national organization is to show the United States of America that we are alive and well. And we know we are here in Mid-America Council, but there's some places and pockets around the country where that may not feel like it's the case. And so one of the initiatives that we're going to see at a national level, which obviously cascades down to local councils, is we want to add 250,000 new kids over the next 3 years. And then he outlined briefly some strategies about how we can do that. And we all agree we can do that. And in one of the areas is exploring. We feel that exploring, and we believe there's possibilities for significant growth in our exploring programs. And one of the examples that he gave was that we had 500,000 explorers 8 years ago. Now we have 100,000 nationally. And the programs were strong then. We just kind of took some focus off of exploring, and we're going to re-emphasize that focus because it really helps the local council and our districts in many, many ways to have exploring growth and have a solid exploring program. We're fortunate here in Mid-America Council to have a growing and robust exploring program, so we're just going to accelerate what we're doing here. Another piece is the STEM programs, and you may have heard of some of the pilot programs that are occurring around the country regarding STEM Scouts, which is different than Cub Scouts. It's different than Boy Scouts. It's different than the NOVA Awards, but it's actual STEM program developed for boys and girls. And we'll be watching that pilot program and looking at that and maybe getting involved in that as opportunities become available. The other thing that he mentioned and outlined briefly was a more streamlined style of our Scout Reach programs, our after-school programs, and how those are delivered and how the parents are then engaged. And really, it's all about today's families and making sure that that we have a streamlined style of program delivery for our Scout Reach programs. The other piece of the puzzle is he's really going to look at efficiencies within our national organization. What I mean by that is he doesn't want to continue doing things that we don't find helpful. We want to really look at things that retain or grow membership, which is perfect from a Mid-America Council standpoint, because that's what we're all about. Unparalleled experiences for more youth. Attain, retain, and grow. So that's in perfect alignment with where we've been going, what we've been working on, and what we've been successful at over the past 3 years. So that's a brief overview of more to come, and we'll do more updates on this as the plan rolls out. And it's going to come quickly because unfortunately we don't have a lot of time for our national organization to really study and research the best growth initiatives. And we know what we know, and so we're going to get right into it starting in January. So again, I just want to continue to reinforce that in Mid-America Council, we're all about unparalleled experiences for more youth. Program enhancements that keep our kids engaged, Cub Scout activities and events throughout the year at our camps, the alignment of our staff with having Christine and Mike Ivano on and having a seasoned director of camping, Scott Hansen. Those are all things that play into those unparalleled experiences. So be on the lookout for that. We need activities chairs in each of the districts. We need camping and promotion chairs. Coupled with that, we recently did a long-range plan, a strategic plan over the next 3 to 5 years for our camping operation, focused solely on our camping operation. And you'll see more information about that. We'll get it up on the website once we have it finally sussed out. We're going to have a tool where we're going to track all of the metrics related to our camping strategic plan, and we'll be sharing that with you. So be on the lookout for it. We also have the Promise to Parents, where we talk about leadership opportunities for your son or daughter. We talk about community service opportunities for your son or daughter, and then just general character that you expect scouting to deliver. And we're going to continue to reinforce those things and focus rifle shot on unparalleled experiences, and more youth with that emphasis on Cub Scouts. So at this point, I'll go ahead and open it up for questions, comments, true confessions, or rumors that I can confirm or deny for you for those that are on the line. Anybody out there have anything?
Eric, hello, this is Mike Rasmussen. How are you?
Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
Always. I had a question with regards to properties, and this might be included in the shower, and it's been a little while since I've been out to Little Sioux, but there was that area that was east of the admin building. Is that included in part of the work that's going on? It's been kind of blocked off, and it's been kind of a dangerous area.
Yeah, so yeah, that's done, and we're actually, as a part of the new shower house putting out there, starting very soon, within the next week or so, we're going to be redoing the laterals for the septic tank that was coming off that, and that's what you were seeing was so we had some issues with some of the laterals there, and the tank was sinking. So we're getting that squared away as a part of this construction project as well. So we'll be all set to go.
Excellent, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Good question. Anything else, buddy?
I had a question on the program, and and I've only been hearing drips and drabs or things that I've been able to glean off the site, but where do we sit with the contingent with regards to the 2017 Jamboree?
So we have a staff advisor. He's our Assistant Director of Field Service, Jason Ballou. He heads up our Sioux City and Iowa operations for us. And we do have I believe, an overall Jamboree chair, and that is, just tell me who it is.
Yeah, Mike, I can answer that for you too. Rick Shear is the overall Jamboree chair, and Mike, it's Scott Hansen. I know right now they're still collecting interest forms online for adults that would like to go with our contingent, but we are preparing right now to start adult interviews in September.
Do you hear that, Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I've just been wanting to try to promote that with the scouts and even with some of the adults, and just didn't know if there was something here on the Fireside to update where that's at, because that's about an 18-month plus engagement for those that get involved. So.
Mike, here's what we'll do. Thanks for bringing it up. We'll make this a topic of discussion at the September 14th Fireside Chat.
Thanks, sir.
So we'll have some details for you there. Okay. So good point. Thanks for asking. Anything else going on out there? Anybody else on the line? Or Mike, if you've got other things, I always love your questions. All right, hearing none. Again, please share this. Our next Fireside Chat will be September 14th. Again, we hope you join us. One topic we already know, we just heard about. We're going to talk about the Jamboree and some of the details around that. And another topic we're going to do is we're going to have a presentation to you from the program team, probably from Lisa Russell, Director of Sports Services, on our camping strategic plan and some of the things we're doing there. Because there are things you ought to know about. You ought to be aware of them, and you ought to be aware of what we're looking to do from a quality standpoint and a staffing standpoint out at summer camp. So those are two topics that we'll cover in September. And I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the scouting trail. Thanks for all you do for Scouting and Mid-America Council. Appreciate you.